The Broker's Game. Room 213 was stripped bare. No bed, no TV, just stacks of files, passports, and money. The faint hum of the corridor and the buzz of a vending machine filled the silence as Darius tightened the ropes on the unconscious man from episode 5 and dragged him inside. Room 407. "Start talking," Darius said, his voice low and sharp. The man spat blood and grinned through broken teeth. "You really want to know? Then you'll vanish too." Darius pressed the glowing cigarette inches from his eye. "I've been vanishing my whole life." What happened to the man in 407? The man finally cracked. The truth spilled out. The guest from room 407, a weary man clutching a wedding ring, had been dragged from his room, muffled screams echoing as staff looked away. He wasn't a guest, the man rasped. He was leverage. A courier. Carried names, accounts, enough to burn the whole network. He tried to run. The broker made an example. "Where is he now?" Darius demanded. "Not dead, sold. Alive, last I heard." Darius stiffened. His eyes flicked to the passports on the table. One of them belonged to 407. "Alive," he muttered. "Then he can still talk." At 4 a.m., the hotel lobby stood silent under the dim light. The glass doors slid open, and a woman in a black silk dress stepped inside. Tall, poised, eyes sharp as blades. Her heels echoed against the marble, and the staff scattered. Darius watched her approach, cigarette ember glowing red. He had heard of the broker, a ghost and a rumor. But ghosts didn't wear perfume. Ghosts didn't smile like they already owned you. "Mr. Kane," she said smoothly. "You've been busy." "Too busy to roll out a red carpet," Darius replied. "Where's 407? She smiled and brushed a gloved hand over his shoulder, testing him. "They never vanish, detective. They transform." Back in room 213, passports, cash, and contracts littered the table. Darius kicked open a briefcase, papers scattering. Souvenirs. Scene 7, the final showdown. The broker stepped into the light, calm even as her empire burned. A wine glass hung from her hand, her dress torn, but her smile intact. "You think you've won?" she said, her voice cold and smooth. "Kill me, Kane, but you'll never find her." Darius hesitated. His sister's face flashed in his mind, a ghost he could never stop chasing. His jaw hardened. "You're right," he said flatly. "I'll never find her with you alive." The gunshot cracked through the silence. The broker fell. Her glass shattered. Then there was nothing. Scene 8, epilogue. Darius and 407 stumbled into the lobby. Dawnlight seeped through the glass doors. The housekeeper stood waiting, trembling but resolute, a set of car keys in her hand. "I told myself I didn't see," she said, her voice breaking. "But I saw. I stayed, so I'd know if you were alive." 407 stared at her, realization dawning. Their hands met, quiet, raw, heavy with years of fear and love unsaid. "You kept me alive," he whispered. "I never checked out," she replied, tears in her eyes. Darius watched in silence, then turned to the doors. He flicked his last cigarette to the floor and crushed it under his heel. "The broker's dead." His voice echoed, weary but resolute. "The market's burned, but the chain is bigger than this hotel. Somewhere out there, she's still waiting. And me? I'm not done yet." The three of them stepped out into the sunrise. Behind them, the Grand Meridian Hotel loomed like a dying beast. The end or the beginning?